Have you ever had a dream where you're running in the middle of the night, but the more hard you try, the slower you go, and you just start to feel desperate? Well, this movie is the living representation of those kind of dreams. So the movie we're going to be talking about today is none other than Into the Night from, oh my god, is Into the Night from 1985. And very little people know about this masterpiece. I mean, just please support this video and check the movie as well. This is a movie that screams 80s until it's out of breath. It stars Jeff Goldblum and the gorgeous Michelle Pfeiffer as Ed and Diana. Oh man, I love Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, she's just a sweetheart. Where Ed has kind of a complicated and boring life. As he starts to find out that his days play out the same way, he also discovers that his wife is cheating on him. The fuck? Who would cheat on Jeff Goldblum? I mean, you don't do that. So he decides to make his life a little bit more interesting by traveling to a different state or city. In his attempt to do so, he encounters an endangered Diana running from a bunch of thieves. The reason for her to do so is because she did some dirty work and now they're after her. So Ed helps her escape and their adventure together begins. And this is where the movie starts to feel like a freaking fever dream. In a good way. I mean, I'd like to have an adventure like that one as well, but without the bad guys chasing me. You know, just with the girl. Because you see these guys running, hiding in the middle of the night, in the middle of the highway, and it doesn't look like any place is safe, so they just keep running and running. I told you this would feel like a fever dream. It's kind of like After Hours, which is also from 1985. Boy, these movies are so similar. I bet they copied each other. Anyway, Ed kind of just tries to take Diana back to her destination and go home. But during the course of the movie, we actually see how Ed doesn't really want to leave her anymore. He starts going after her, making sure she's okay and whatnot, and actually saves her from a couple of situations. And that's kind of sweet. I mean, they went from being just total strangers being scared of each other to actually wanting to be together. They thought they were running alone in the dark when they actually had each other this whole time. I really don't want to spoil the movie too much, although I think I did already, but there are still plenty of surprises. This is a movie that, as I said before, it screams 80s. It perfectly represents the 80s movie era. And I'm so glad that my dad bought this movie. Although I'm pretty sure he never watched it because when I put the tape on, it wasn't even like halfway or anything. So pretty sure he bought it and he didn't even watch it. But thank you, Dad, for buying it. Because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't know about this movie either. Everything is just 80s, from the environment of the movie, the sets, the costume design. The soundtrack from B.B. King just takes you back to that 80s era. And I wasn't even born in the 80s, but it just feels like you were there. This is an amazing thriller comedy, and it's gonna keep you at the edge of your seat for the entire movie. I totally recommend this movie to you gals and guys. It's so worth the watch. You're gonna want to watch more of this. More movies like this one. And if you do, remember, After Hours is kind of the same thing, so if you haven't watched it either, give it a watch as well. I really don't get why this movie went under the rug. I mean, it stars big time actors. Jeff and Diana, oh my god. It stars Jeff and Michelle. Michelle, I love you. I totally fell in love with you with Dangerous Minds and I Am Sam. I mean, mwah. So once again, people, watch this movie, support it. If you can't find it on streaming, buy the damn Blu-ray, but let's get this movie back on top. Let's make it popular. I promise you will have a blast with this masterpiece. But that is just my opinion. Those are just my thoughts. Tell me what you gals and guys think in the comments below if you already watched this movie. And if you haven't, have I convinced you to watch it? Give me a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, link is down below. I am Louis, thank you so much for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope everyone is doing okay, and I will see you all next time. Take care. And into the night, I'm rolling and tumbling.